All right, KJ Lewis. I was thinking about something that you and I were talking about before. You think that KJ Lewis is going to average like 11 points per game. That's what you said, Sheer.
Yeah, 12 points a game or so.
All right. KJ Lewis averaged 7 last year in 20 minutes per game. So let's say that he averages 30 minutes per game this year, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
So you don't think he's going to have any improvement, essentially? You think he's going to be the exact same player, essentially, from a points minutes perspective? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Dude, 12 is good.
You don't think he's going to improve at all?
12 points is good. What's wrong with 12 points?
You don't think that he's going to improve at all?
That's not what I said.
That's kind of what you said.
I'm going to look up the top scores in the Big 12.
Again, he averaged 7 points per game in 20 minutes last year. So
I'm going to look up.
I am saying 14.
So that's what we're arguing, one basket?
No, maybe 14 and a half. You said 11 originally, so.
No, I didn't. I said 12.
All right. Okay.
You're saying he's going to average 14 points a game, right?
I agree with Nicholas Ibarra. I'm going 14 to 15 per game. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would mean in the Big 12, 15 points a game, you believe he will be a top 10 scorer in the Big 12.
I believe he's going to average 15 points per game.
I'm looking at the stats right now. 15 points puts him at number 10.
Fine. I just said it.
You think KJ Lewis is going to be top 10 in scoring in the entire Big 12?
I think he can average 15 points per game. Yes.
You are nuts. You're nuts.
I'm nuts. You've been a KJ denier from day one.
If KJ Lewis averages 15 points a game, Arizona's going to the Final Four.
What did Pella average this year?
Pella.
13?
No. Are you okay?
What did Pella average?
Pella averaged 13.
13. Are you okay? Yeah. Pella averaged 13.
12.8. Dude, I'm just saying, you think KJ Lewis, I want you to say on record, yes, I think KJ Lewis is a top 10 scorer in the Big 12.
Here's what I'm going to say right now. I will not fall into your quicksand trap, Jason Shearer. I am going to say that KJ Lewis is going to average between 14 and 15 per game, and he is going to be a top 15 NBA draft pick the following year. Boom.
Oh, my gosh.
You have been a denier on KJ Lewis from day one.
Mike, you're saying he's going to be – okay, so you think KJ Lewis is going to lead Arizona in scoring next year?
No, I didn't say that. I think he'll be second.
Do you think Arizona's going to have 2 top 10 scorers in the conference?
Why not? You have hated KJ Lewis from day one.
That's not true.
That is true.
Mike, 15 points is a lot.
You expected nothing from KJ Lewis, and you did not even you had him as a fringe top 100 player, Sheer.
Jacoby Walter averaged 14 and a half points last year.
Who?
Jacoby. 14 and a half points.
Yeah, why can't he do that?
Because Jacoby's better.
Well, but he's also going to be a year older than Jacoby.
We'll see.
Exactly. Nicholas Ibarra, you are the man. I agree with you. Gringo Billy, you want to hop on here as well.
15 points puts him in the top 10 of the Big 12.
All right. I think that he is going to double his point outcome this year, and KJ is better than Pella. He is better than Pella. Joseph, you are the man. I will – any of these points that you guys are disagreeing with me, I'm
just curious, too. Give me KJ's stat line.
KJ's stat line next year.
Yeah.
All right. This is off the top of my head.
Okay.
31.5 minutes per game, and we're going to get to Sanon here in a second. 14.4 points.
Okay.
5.8 rebounds. 2.6 assists.
You think KJ Lewis is going to be in the running for Big 12 Player of the Year?
I do not. No, I do not.
Come on, Mike, with that stat line. 14, 5, and 2. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm all for it. I'm the number one fan of that stat line.
Yes. I believe that he's going to be, and a top 15.
Jacoby Walter averaged 14 and a half points, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists.
Why can't he do that?
Okay, we'll see. Okay,
why can't he do that?
I don't think he can.
You don't think he can because you hate KJ Lewis?
No, because you're talking about Caleb. So what do you think Caleb's stat line is going to be?
I think
Caleb and KJ are going to average the same amount of points?
I think Caleb. No, I think Caleb is going to not for a wing. Kobe, get out of here. I believe that Kobe. I believe Caleb. I believe Kobe Love. I believe Caleb Love is going to average 17 points per game this year. But my friends, listen to this. I think he's going to be more efficient. Here is my hot take. I believe he's going to average or shoot 45.5% from the field. Boom.
Okay. So you think KJ is going to get 15? Caleb's going to get 17. All right. One more. You ready? What is Townsend going to get?
And Townsend's going to get 13.
Okay. So you think Arizona is going to have 3 of the top 15 scorers in the league?
You tried pulling this stunt on me on Monday, and I did not take kindly to it. 60. You said so. You mean
I'm
to
just
tell
saying,
me?
yes.
Hold on. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
You said that. You said last. I keep saying you said this. You said last show, Sheer, that that you're like, oh, so you think that the starters are going to average 65 points per game, and then you mocked me, not knowing that the starters averaged 69 points per game this past season. Sheer, come on.
Also, there's one big thing you're missing, and I think a lot of Arizona fans are missing.
The untrained eyes.
You are taking the Pac-12 defense and comparing it to Big 12 defense.
I get it.
Like, there's a reason why when you look at the Pac-12, right, and you look at the numbers, the leading scorer in the Pac-12 had 21, right? It was 21, 19, 19, 18, 18. That was the top 5, right?
Okay.
So the fifth leading scorer in the conference still averaged 17 and a half points.
Okay.
Right? Kevin McCullough averaged 18 and led the entire conference. Hunter Dickinson was 17. Max Amos was 16.
Wait a second. So Kansas had 2 players in the top 2 in the scoring in the conference. How could that happen on the same team?
Yeah.
How could that happen, though? How is that possible?
What do you mean?
How is it possible? You just said, so you mean to tell me that Arizona is going to have 2 players in the top 10? Kansas had the top 2 scorers.
Yeah. I don't understand your argument.
Yeah. You said that it couldn't happen, and you tried mocking me to my
face.
It
won't happen in next year's Big 12.
Why can't he average what Jacoby Walter averaged?
Because Jacoby Walter's better.
Not as but it's also a freshman to a sophomore.
Jacoby Walter was a freshman last year.
Correct. KJ Lewis will be a...
Also, Jacoby Walter took 1 million shots per game.
All right. I'm going to sit here and say this is going to be for his...
Jacoby took 11 shots a game. Do you think KJ will get 11 shots a game?
I do.
Oh,
I think KJ is going to get 11 shots per game. I also think, and if he doesn't, he's going to get somewhere around 6 free throws per game as well. I am telling you, let's see here. Oh, Eric L. Real quick on the smelly rainy shirts. Mike, I DM'd you an update on the shirts. Shirts will be shipped after the fundraiser closes on June 3rd. Okay, so we got a little bit of time, but let it marinate. Very, very much appreciate that. All right, KJ Lewis. But let's talk now about Joson Sanon. I would love Joson Sanon to come here. I think that it would be very, very good. But I do not understand. And again, Sheer, you're not one of these people, even though you don't like KJ Lewis. Why do people keep saying that KJ Lewis might not start next year if Sanon comes here? He is going to start.
I would be really surprised if KJ didn't start. And it wouldn't be a coaching thing. It would be a KJ thing similar to Pell, where they go to KJ and they go, look, man, like, are you willing to come off the bench and we'll still play you 25 minutes a game?
But they only did that with Pella because he was playing terribly.
They did that before the season.
No, Pella was starting, dude.
Yeah, I know, but they kind of discussed it before the season and all that. Like,
no, but he only went off the bench because he was playing terribly.
I know, but it was a conversation that they still had. Like, you have to have that conversation with KJ, is what I'm saying.
Right, but unless KJ Lewis is playing terribly, Pella Larson was not going to come off the bench unless he was playing terribly, which he was.
Yeah,
Come on, Sheer. That's a terrible point. Come on. I make terrible points all the time. I know it when I see it.
It's not a terrible point. Well, I'm agreeing with you. KJ's not coming off the bench unless they go to KJ and be like, hey, are you cool with possibly coming off the bench?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now, let's talk about Sanon and all of this. You and I are pretty much in the same camp on this one. The one thing that I do not understand about all of this is everybody keeps talking about Sanon and Caleb Love. Totally get it. Totally understand. It's awesome that they talk. It's awesome they got along. Sanon never mentions KJ Lewis in all of this, though, as if it's some other position or some other. That to me is if Sanon had said, I talked with KJ Lewis, I talked with Caleb Love, we are all on the same page, then you really got my attention. There's never any mention of KJ Lewis.
Because Arizona sold him on the Caleb Love role. So in Sanon's mind, and again, I don't agree with this, you don't agree with this, whatever. In Sanon's mind, the only guy he's competing with is Caleb Love. If Caleb Love doesn't come back, he's starting. If Caleb Love does come back, I mean, there's the camp saying some. I don't know. We'll see.
Is it fair to say that we are kind of you and I disagree on many things? You're wrong on many things, but is it fair to say we're kind of on the same page on this one?
Yeah, I mean, look, all respect to Sanon and all that, but I'm taking the full approach. I will believe it when I see it.
Yes, Nicholas Ibarra, I agree. I would love to be wrong on this. I would love for him to show up here, and I would be very, very excited if he did show up. But that's my point. KJ Lewis, y'all are sleeping on KJ. There are some out there that are not sleeping, but many, many are. Do not be one of those people.